live is a little better. I won't promise anything, but hopefully that'll be the case. Oh, sorry. Huh. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so my bars are really low tonight on my phone. I don't know what is going on, and it's causing issues. But it would appear that the connection itself to the internet is pretty solid. So we're gonna go with that and hope for the best. People can start coming in any time now, though. Oh no. Okay, I am here. I don't know how well I'm going to be connected, so hopefully everything is kosher. I don't know if it will be, but we are going to try. Hi, predecessor. So my internet, or not the internet, but my phone connection seems to be really bad tonight. I got bounced 2 or 3 times before people started coming in. So I don't know. We're gonna try this. If we get bounced more than once or twice, I will reschedule this live. I don't know what else to do. But how are you doing, predecessor? You seem to get in okay. That's good. Assuming it doesn't freeze up on me. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Waiting on Carol. Oh, thank you. The good news is I do have a phone. It's all paid for and everything, so I can go back to talking with people. Yeah, it is really, really good. Hello, person I don't know, or whatever the case may be. I just know there's at least 2 of you on. Tonight we are talking about the Great Hammerhead. It's a little bit shorter than what I would like it to be, so I hope you guys ask a lot of questions and anything else under the sun. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I'm waiting for Carol. I don't know where she's at. I just told her I was on. Anyway, for those of you who are new and coming into live, Learn to Care is basically focusing on endangered animals. And it doesn't matter what category they're in, but most of them will be either critically endangered, within that range. Hi, Shrewd, or Shood. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Tonight we are talking about the Great Hammerhead. And if you have questions, again, as we're going through this, let me know, and I will answer them for you. It's going good, actually. I can't complain. How was your day? It's been a busy day. I will say that. Anyway, we are talking about this little guy right here. We are talking about the hammerhead, the great hammerhead. And we're going to be looking at first learning about the animal itself, or a little bit about it, and then we're going to talk about why it's going extinct, and then how we're trying to protect it, and some things that you can do to help protect it, even if you live in a state like Indiana. So, a little bit about this animal. Sharks may not be an animal that a lot of us think of when we think endangered or that we need to care about, but they actually do a lot of good for our oceans. They act as scavengers, and they also are an apex predator. This is the largest of the gotta stop saying guys, seriously. They are the largest of the hammerhead sharks, and they reach 13 feet and weigh in at around 200 pounds. They can have anywhere from 6 to 42 pups every year. They hunt stingrays, octopus, and squid. Adults live around 44 years, and the young may be eaten by other sharks, but the adults, I don't really know if they have predators. Hello, everybody that is just coming in. Hopefully you stick around. And it's a shark that almost everybody recognizes. The shape. Oh, happy birthday. How old are you? I see it's your birthday. How old are you? Hi, Grayson. Predecessor, can you do me a favor? Hi, Delphine. 10,000. Okay. Well, I need the glasses in order to see. So. They are an important part of tonight, since I would not be able to see my screen without them. Yeah, I saw that. 16, that's cool. Hold on a second, guys. So, anyway, getting back to it. Any questions at this point? Predecessor, any questions? So also, these sharks have an incredible array of sensory organs that allow them to detect the organisms in the sand at the bottom of the ocean. So they can literally detect a stingray buried in the sand and go after it. So now we're going to get into the sad parts of this animal. And that is the why it's going extinct. So these guys are caught as both a target species and as bycatch, meaning that they are caught to actually hunt, or they're caught for various reasons, being it's planned, or they're caught accidentally. Bycatch is basically when a fisherman accidentally catches a species in either nets or on hooks. This species falls prey to those who are fishing for fins. I don't know if we've talked about that before, but finning is a very lucrative business. And it's also illegal in places. It is disgusting. It is gross. They may also be killed in the name of protecting swimmers in Australia and other areas. And they actually use nets to do this. And the animals get caught in the net, and then they don't reach the beach where they can get to people. They are a preferred species for the shark fin trade. Their meat, skin, liver oil, cartilage, and jaws may also be taken. Scientists believe that 1.9 million to 4 million sharks are taken each year. Now, that doesn't mean that those animals, or these animals, are the only animals being taken. That just means that there's that many sharks being taken. In some places, the shark is legally caught because the laws are sort of vague. This happens in Australia, and unfortunately, even here in the United States. In places like, unfortunately, Florida. Sorry, predecessor. I don't know what is going on. Carol's still not in. But we'll carry on. In order to protect swimmers, Australia has laid out nets and drum lines. So basically they have a drum, a floating object that has a hook, and they get caught up in it. According to records, 10,000 great hammerheads have been killed in this program. And here's a little bit of good news in all of this. There are no known records of human fatalities from this shark. It is believed that they are underreported by commercial fishermen. So fishermen have to record what they catch, even if it's bycatch. When caught for shark fins, sadly, the fins may be removed while the animal is still alive and then thrown back into the ocean. Hello, whoever just came in. And it is okay if you have questions or comments, throw them in. I live for them. It is sadistic, and it gives me chills. So then, once the fins are removed, the animal is then thrown back into the ocean, where they're guaranteed to basically not exist. That is a good question. So the eyes are on right there, that black dot. I don't know where my big one is, but the eyes are on either side of the hammer, closer to up front. Really, really hard to see. If you can see that black spot, I know it's blurry, but that is where the eyes are. Hello, everybody that is coming in. Let's see. The great hammerhead is critically endangered, and its trend is for the species to continue to decline. Now, because oceanic animals are so hard to monitor, we don't know oh, okay, she's in. Cool. We don't have an accurate count on this species, as they are constantly moving throughout the oceans. Any questions at this point before I move on into the other part of this mystery? Carol, we had four new people pop in and pop out, as usual. So, there isn't a lot that I could find. There was more information about the animal in general. This animal, unfortunately, has declined by more than 80% in the last 70 years. Now that sounds, that's a human lifetime, and I get that, but 80% is pretty sad. With only reproducing every 2 years, it is very easy to overfish this fish. There is a ban. Now, how are we trying to protect them? That is a big part of this. There is a ban on shark finning. And again, shark finning is the act of taking the shark and you literally cut all of the fins off. So you would cut the dorsal, the two pelvic, maybe the anal fins, and the tail fins off. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, you throw the body back into the ocean. So it's illegal to shark fin in the waters of the United States, Australia, and the European Union. Current protective measures, though, are not adequate to protect this species. And unfortunately, that creates problems. Remember when I talked about the Endangered Species Act? Or not the Endangered Species Act, but how animals are placed on the endangered species list a few months back or within the last month? Well, the great hammerhead is on that list. So who knows? It may eventually enjoy being placed on the endangered species list. They are protected under CITES 2, which means that it is illegal to trade them, which is also great news. And I'm not sure Like I said, I'm not sure if it's on the list, but I don't believe so. So now we come to the part where we talk about how you can protect this species. So the first thing you can do, that we all can do, is if you eat seafood, eat sustainable seafood. And you can check that out by visiting the Monterey Bay Aquarium for more information. They have a wonderful site that talks all about sustainable sea life. And you can check and see if the seafood that you are planning on having that night or that you want to try is felt like I just ate a bug. You can see if the seafood that you're going to eat is sustainable or not. So sustainable means that is the fish you're eating, is it something that fishing is it in a sustainable fishery? Is it a fishery that is going to not force the species into extinction? I don't know. You can raise concerns to your lawmakers to be advocates for more restrictions on overfishing. You can petition lawmakers to stand against the harvesting of sharks and unsustainable fishing. So like I said, they are in the process of putting this animal on the endangered species list, and that'll go a long way. Predecessor, did I answer that question for you? If not, I can't bring up my Chromebook, but I will look that up. The last thing that you can do is very, very important. When you are out of the country, if you visit Asia, if you see it on a menu at a restaurant, do not buy shark fin soup. And if a restaurant is offering shark, or if you see shark in a grocery store, ask the species. And if they don't know, then don't buy it. It's that simple. Also, keep in mind that sharks are predators, and that means that the mercury load in a predatory fish is higher than in non-predatory fish. So keep that in mind as well. The other thing that you can do is do what I'm doing tonight and raise awareness. Let people know what is up. So, any questions, comments, anything? We do have some more of these planned. The IUNC Red List is a list of species. It's basically the Endangered Species Act, or Endangered Species List, but lots of information is contained there. Lots and lots of information. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean that an animal that is extinct or an animal that is endangered might be on that. That is something though that we can I use a lot in my videos. If you ever hear me use the terms what is it? If you hear me use the terms, Why can't I find it? If you hear me say the term, its trend is for the species to continue to decline, that is coming from the IUN Red List. Yes, they are. Many animals are on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are on the endangered species list. That can be because they're on CITES as well. So, upcoming Learn to Cares. We are doing Learn to Care Orangutan. I believe that is the next one. Learn to Care Chinese Alligator. Learn to Care Gray Wolf. Learn to Care Tuatara. Learn to Care Cheetah. More coming. What is the difference? What is the difference between CITES and the Endangered Species Act? CITES looks at the commercial end of things. So you saw the video where I talked about the red need tarantula. They are protected under CITES. So basically, you can't trade legally in the red need tarantula. You can't do it. It's illegal. And that whole thing is no good. Elephants are protected under CITES. Hi, the prince. Oh, you know what? I cannot bring up my Chromebook. So the official stance right now is that I will get back to you on that. But I will look that up. And if I have to, I will call you. Because I can call you. Now that could mean, if it's on the IUNC red list, that they are actually now protected. Yeah, I can. Give me a second. My favorite movie, Clash of the Titans, the very first Clash of the Titans. So this is the shark that we talked about tonight. It's a little bit smaller than the other one that I have. Clash of the Titans is about Greek myth. It focuses on the story of Andromeda and Perseus. The I know who Elvis Presley is, yeah. Not a fan of his music, though. Moving on. Yes. So, I want to form a better way of doing these videos, the Learn to Care videos. I definitely want to talk about the species. I definitely want to talk about why it's endangered. I don't. I think I might have it on my machine, but I don't usually play it. I think I'm going to add if the animal can be seen by the public at a zoo or an aquarium, because that helps immensely. It helps to seeing the animal helps to get you engaged in caring about the animal. That's why zoos are so important. Only 200 of what? This? There's only 200 of these guys left? Maybe, but the thing that I saw said they weren't sure how many there were. And that was off of the IUNC website. That they didn't know how many there were. Where was that from? I mean, that's possible. Is that an estimated number? It would almost have to be. Because how are you going to count something that lives in such a vast ocean? Now, it could be in one area. Like there are some species, like if they're in the Mediterranean or the Red Sea, and that's something you have to look at. Is it situational? What eagle leave? I'm not sure I understand, Prince. So I will check. Because when I was putting this together, they said they don't have an accurate count on this species on the IUNC website. So I'm a little bit surprised by the 200. But I do get it. If they have a small population in a certain area, they might be able to do accounts. But yeah, you have to. Did predecessor leave? Eagles can be from a bunch of different countries. There are eagles in America, in great in Europe, Asia, Africa. The only country I think that doesn't have an eagle is Antarctica. The species on a whole, sharks in general, are being very hard hit. And it's not going to be something that it's not going to be something that is going to be easily fixed. That's my thought anyway. If we could get everybody in line to say, hey, stop thinning for sharks, we might be able to make some headwaves. But I don't know. Predecessor, I hope everything is okay. I don't think I bopped you. Cool, the Prince. What Minecraft toy do you have? Well, we do, but at the same time, that costs money. And money for conservation sometimes is fleeting. Oh, a sword. Okay. I think one of my nephews has one too. Hey. I wish I could see exactly who was in live. I don't think I can, though. No, I definitely don't want to report. Um, I'm beginning to think she's not. Although it does say I have 3 people, so maybe she's here and she's just quiet. It's not like her not to say goodbye. Maybe she got a phone call. I do draw. Not very good, but I do draw. In fact, I drew that. Hold on, I gotta turn off my alarm. That was really annoying. I got it turned off. I sort of draw. That's a creature I drew for one of the lives. And then I sometimes draw for the channel. We have 4 people, but I don't know. Huh. I'll have to message her if I can and make sure everything's okay. Maybe she had to cut out early. I don't know. I think overall, I remember at some point they actually raided a restaurant in Texas because they had shark fins in their freezer. And in the United States, shark fins are illegal. Or I should say you can't shark fin in American waters. Are we frozen again? Am I frozen again? Okay. I don't know. It may have been, but I don't know. Okay. I see that now, but all of a sudden I know you did, but I didn't see it until after I messaged you and then it popped up. Kind of worried about predecessor. To be perfectly honest, oh, okay. I was wondering because you didn't say goodbye. I do worry about you guys. It's like I'm starting to wonder about Josh. Because I know it's been posted for at least a week. So, any thoughts on tonight's live? Any questions that I need to answer? But I'm sort of glad that I'm not, see, that's what's bad is when I can't see what you guys are typing, but I can see myself talking. Oh, you're welcome. The worst part is I could see that there was 4 people. They do make shark fin soup. And that is a big concern. That's also why I recommended if you're going to try shark, ask the species because yeah. There are issues with sharks, and one of them is of course the fact that a lot of them are heading towards extinction. Some are closer than others. It's why I chose to do the hammerhead. I wouldn't mind trying shark, but not if I don't know what species. And part of that also is I'm a small person. I know I keep harping about it, but how much of a chemical in my body would it take to harm me compared with somebody who is 6 foot? I don't know. So rather than be sorry, I try to limit the amount of shark that I eat. Like it may not hurt you to have shark every once in like a blue moon. No, definitely not. I wouldn't want to have hammerhead. Oh, what I'm saying is I wouldn't mind having shark if I knew the species. No, I've never had shark. Would I be up for trying it? Yeah, again, if I knew the species. There's almost knocked my Chromebook. There's a lot of things I might be up for trying. If I knew what I was eating or didn't know what I was eating. So, just a reminder, I am going live tomorrow night on the other channel. I actually was really confused today because I knew it wasn't Sunday, but then I couldn't remember if I was going live on the beta channel or on this channel. And then I realized, wait a minute, nope. So, but yeah, I love fish too. My favorite way to prepare fish is to poach it. I don't know if the two of you have ever had poached fish. But if you didn't and you ate my recipe, you would fall in love with it. Because it is just that good. At least I think it is. So, when I poach my fish, it's usually tilapia or whatever my mom has. I'm one of those people where I like tilapia, so I will add just enough water to fill the bottom of the pan. You want to sit your fillet in the water, and you don't want it necessarily boiling. Well, I guess you do. But what I do is I add orange juice, lemon juice, lime juice, whatever I have in the house. And then I will wash the outside of the fruit before I cook it or before I juice it, and I will zest it too, and then add that, a sprinkle of that into it too. And it comes out so good. What you don't want to do though when you do this is you don't want to use, like, you could use the lemon concentrate stuff, the real lemon. You could use that, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to use like frozen lemonade or frozen orange juice. You want it to be sugar free. You want it to be natural, and you just do it until the fish is done. That's the great thing about fish, is it doesn't take long to cook, and it is so good. But again, you want to use sustainable fish, not you don't want to use something that is not sustainable. But see, though, again, tuna fish is also predatory. Of course, it could be farmed as well, so you want to look into sustainability as well as content. When you guys do your tuna, is it like from the can, or is it steaks? I haven't had tuna fish in a while. But part of that's because I don't generally, if I have fish, it's usually tilapia. Yeah, I usually do tilapia or something like that. Okay. I don't actually know if we farm tuna or not. Maybe we don't. But I know we do salmon. So you do both canned and steaks. I've never had it in steak form. And I know they use tuna in like sushi, but I've never had sushi. Somehow the idea of eating raw fish just... Hi, Prince. It's not. I think the dirtiest fish is probably carp or catfish because they're bottom feeders. But tilapia is not dirty, I don't think. And nowadays, some of it's farmed anyway, so... Salmon is expensive, but it's also really good. Unicorns are not real. Sorry for the prince. I still like it. And I probably will continue to like it. Because the way I see it, a lot of tilapia that we eat is farmed. So it's not bad. My mom doesn't like it, but I like it. And I think if you didn't know what you were eating, you would never know. Yeah, see, and catfish is kind of a bottom feeder. Carp is a bottom feeder. Buffalo. There's a fish called buffalo, and I'm pretty sure it's a bottom feeder. But a lot of people love catfish. I don't think I've ever had. Maybe I've had it. I also really like pike. Pike is good too. I don't think I've ever had catfish. Maybe I have and I just don't know it. Excuse me. Next live is unconventional foods that go beyond beef. Bowfin, probably. I think that's what they call dogfish in freshwater. Some fish do sort of make noises when they're out of water. So the next 3 lives for this channel are unconventional foods that go beyond beef, the accreditation program for AZA zoos, and species survival plans. Pike is pretty good, but it is bony. Or at least it seems to be. I've never had grouper either. I've not had a lot of saltwater fish. Well, I guess that's not true. That's not true because tuna is saltwater. Salmon is sort of saltwater. Cod is saltwater. So, yeah, I have. So, I'm a really, really picky eater. Yeah. And then after that, the next three are AZA conservation programs, learn to care orangutan, and exploring nature songbirds. Tilapia is freshwater. Interesting fact, a lot of AZA zoos now will put tilapia in with the hippos as part of the exhibit because they help keep the tank clean. Oh, sorry, I just thought I would throw that out there. So that's the next little bit. Yeah, but they do more than just feed on the bottom, though. But on the other channel, June 6th, we have Trivia Night. June 13th, we have... Wait, no. June 9th. I guess I should give you dates. Let me give you dates. June 4th, which I think is Tuesday. Unconventional foods that go beyond beef. June 7th, exploring zoo and aquariums accreditation programs. June 8th, understanding AZA species survival plans. And then for the other channel, because I only go live twice a week, June 6th is a trivia night. So we will go through and we'll do like we did last night. June 9th, collecting why I started and will I continue. And June 13th, meet the collection shelf 1. So that is what is coming up as far as lives go. And I don't know what is coming up as far as the channel goes. Other than I know that tomorrow, besides live, I need to record videos and shorts, and I am, if you are on Facebook at all, I do have reels up on Facebook, and those will be starting up again really soon, I hope, depending on schedule. By the way, I am going to be start making more money coming up, so I may be even though I can't order them on my credit card, I'm going to be probably doing an order of more figures in the near future, I hope. Because the next time I get money, I'm going to save up and do that. I'm not what? Oh, you're not on Facebook? Is that what that I'm not is about? I'm assuming. July 4th, which I think is on the other channel, is going to be an early live, and it'll be at 2 p.m. I just want to announce that here so that everybody knows. And with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy what is left of your Saturday. And predecessor, was this better than 8:30? I hope. Okay. Cool beans. I don't understand. I'm used to having more people. It's like everybody that came in left, which is good because that pushes numbers up a little bit, but aye. Remember to never give up on yourselves and always keep learning. See you in the next one.